We can't teach people courageousness. We can't teach people good communication skills or empathy. They either bring that to the organization or not. You can't train any of those things.
See Sweet and Sour, powered by Align, the podcast where we talk about the sweet and not so sweet sides of leadership.
The way I look at either soft skills or competencies are what are things we can't teach people? What do they have to bring in their DNA? And you've got to determine your wants list, your must-have list out of things we can't teach people. We can't teach people work ethic. We can't teach people courageousness. We can't teach people good communication skills or empathy. They either bring that to the organization or not. You can't train any of those things. And if employers, especially new business owners, stop and think about the best people they've worked with in their life, either peers or other employees, maybe in a corporate world, and start thinking about the adjectives that they would describe that person with. And I've done this exercise. I do it in my training session on this. I've done this with hundreds and hundreds of managers and executives. They all come up with the same list. I tell them, start thinking about the best person you ever had and start describing them. And it's, well, they worked hard, they had a lot of initiative. They helped other team members. They do whatever I ask them to do and never question it. It's the same list of about 10 or 15 things. But if I turn it around, and this is what they don't look out for, because there's a must-have list, and then there's a absolutely not list. And so you got to reverse that exercise and say, let me think about the worst people I've ever worked with, and let's start describing them. And so they were lazy. They wouldn't take direction. They were mean to other employees, all these nasty things. They stirred stuff up all the time. They were gossips. So the common way of interviewing does not uncover any of those things, good or bad.
I like that.
And so it's the second part of it, after you understand what human I want to hire, I've got to figure out how to ask them the right questions to determine whether they possess either one of those.